Hi, Shelley. Hey, Jason.
Evening.
Hey, Eric. Hi, Jason.
Hi.
I'm going to go ahead and make you host, Eric. So
Sure.
if you just let everybody in, that would be great.
I can do that.
And you guys have a good meeting and have a good night.
Yep, you too. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So did you have a good holiday season, Jason?
Yeah, I did. Thanks. How about yourself?
Yeah, I did. It was pretty chill. So that was extra nice.
Yeah, same here. It's pretty chill. Just my parents and sister up in Fort Collins, so didn't have to go far. And the only hard part was took some extra time off, and then, after you have a good little stretch, coming back to work is always hard.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I could get used to just hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of nice.
You're like, can I retire yet? Is this what it's like? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think I would have any issues with retirement. I could just sit around and read books all day and just be happy. So.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed. Well, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Does Inglewood, I know some cities, just thinking randomly with retirement, I know some cities are on para. Are you guys just kind of on your own, like investment kind of stuff, or?
It's through the city, and we can like tweak it and make changes to it. But I just kind of set it at like a certain level and just kind of let it go. So, but it's kind of like kind of an investment type.
Yeah, that's, for the state, we're on para. So it's, I can't remember how long it goes, but for a certain period of time, they raise it like our end 2% to make sure that it's solvent in the future. So here's the, fingers crossed that I'll have a retirement fund when it's over. But
Yeah, no kidding. I probably won't be able to retire. And probably the day after I do, I'll get like hit by a bus or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Like all carefree and, oh well. But
Hi, Madeline.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm figuring out my AirPods. I feel like a boomer. I'm like, how do I get connected to all of this? But I'm here. It's just us right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we got two more. I just let in Lauren and Melinda.
Okay.
Hey, Lauren. Hi, Melinda.
Hey. We couldn't hear you there, but it doesn't show you muted.
Now I'm unmuted. And my Zoom just updated, so it is being weird. There I am. Okay. So still waiting for a quorum.
The only person I heard from was Matt, that he was not going to be able to make it tonight.
Yeah.
So otherwise, we should be good.
I think CJ's coming, and haven't heard any different of should we talk about the upcoming Colorado Preservation Conference while we're
I was actually going to bring that up during staff's choice. So
okay?
I would like to have everybody as many people as possible present when I talk about that. So
Lauren's one of the presenters this year.
really
Yeah.
fun. I didn't see you on my little, where is it? There, the thing I got in the mail. I still can't hear you, Lauren. Are you? I don't have you like muted or anything, so you should be okay. So I don't know what's up. You might want to, if you want to try like logging off and signing back in again. That's about the extent of my IT knowledge.
Yeah, there comes Cash. Okay. We'll see if he has the same problems.
Hey, Cash.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Good.
How's everybody doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm good. It looks like we might be short of a quorum, huh?
We had Lauren on and she was having
Ah.
issues with her microphone. So she's going to try to log back in.
And I think CJ is coming.
Okay.
She was teasing Matt about being absent. So
I saw that.
I saw that too.
All right. So once Laura gets back on, Lauren, then we'll get go ahead and get started.
we'll have a quorum then, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to have a seventh member anytime soon?
We are. I just actually got word this afternoon that there is a new person appointed.
Is it Dave Cuesta?
It is not Dave Cuesta. Her name is Mary. Can't think of her last name at the moment, but she should be in our February meeting.
I wonder if that's someone who we talked about at the neighborhood's open house thing, because there's somebody, I think it was Matt and I chatted with and brought up the commission, and she seemed pretty interested. So I don't remember her name, but could be that person.
Okay, that's kind of who I was thinking too. So I have a caller in on 57.
Yep, it's Lauren. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, oh, yes, we can.
Okay. For some reason, this happened a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure why, but Zoom cannot access my microphone, even though it says it is. So that's a glitch I need to figure out on my end. And if it's all right, I'll just be joining via phone.
Sure.
And then I guess I can try and log on. And if we have like presentations to share or anything like that, I can be on screen too, if it works out.
Okay. Yeah, so I think we're probably okay to just kind of go as we are right now, since we have a quorum. And then, okay.
Okay, well, let's come to order. I make it 6:37.
Right. And for attendance, CJ is currently absent. Matt Crabtree is absent. Melinda Ellswick.
Here.
Lauren Cooper.
Here.
Cash Parker.
Here.
Jason O'Brien.
Here.
Councilmember Wink is not with us tonight. And for staff, we have Eric Sampson and Madeline Hinkfest, both present. Okay.
All right. Our first item, as usual, is approval of the minutes from our December 8th meeting. It was pretty much short and sweet, and I didn't have any edits. Did anyone else see anything that should be changed?
No, I'll move to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
And
Okay.
all in favor, we say aye.
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 And I'll abstain because I was not there.
Ah,
So does that mean, do we
we
need
don't
to,
have a quorum approving.
yeah, so we would need to either table that for the February or see if, or else just kind of move it down the agenda to see if CJ shows up.
Do you need
Yeah.
do you need a motion? Do you need a motion to table it?
She
Yeah,
had
yes,
sent an
please.
email that she wouldn't be able to come.
Oh, okay.
Did that just come to me or? did it
No,
come to
I
all?
didn't get anything. The last I got from her was she was giving Matt a hard time.
I thought I saw one. Maybe that's where I got confused then. I thought I saw one that she wasn't going to be here, but maybe I just got confused with Matt.
Okay. Yeah, either way, we can decide to move it down the agenda or just table it till February, whichever is
Well,
easiest.
it sounds like CJ is not coming, so I'll move to table. I'll move to table approval of the minutes.
I just got a text from her. She can't find the Zoom link email. Does anybody want to forward her a link? Or I can do it.
I will go ahead and do that.
Okay. And I'll tell her to look for an email from you.
That's done.
Okay. Oops. She says gracias, so hopefully she's looking for it. So perhaps we'll just wait a few more minutes and then we'll have a quorum for approving the minutes. That sounds like a odd figure of speech there, but or we can move on a bit. On the first item in the old business, Matt's been working on it, but it is complex. And he kind of wanted us to discuss it more in February. Madeline may have some news about those modifications, which we, of course, be glad to hear.
Just for, I just saw CJ hop on. So let's try to get these minutes out of the way.
Oh, okay.
I am promoting her to panelist.
She's hopping on and off.
There she
She
is.
comes.
Okay, so for the approval of December 9th minutes, we have Cash first and a second by Jason. And CJ, since you're just joining us, we're going through the minute. There's a motion to approve the minutes of December 9th, and we are currently doing the voting for approval. So I'll just do a roll call vote for the sake of simplicity here. Melinda,
Aye.
Lauren. Oh, you're abstaining.
to
I'm sorry.
abstain.
Cash,
Aye.
Jason,
Aye.
CJ.
Aye.
Perfect. All right. That is passes unanimously with Lauren Cooper abstaining, and the rest well. Okay, you can now move on.
Okay. Who said Matt would like to discuss the neighborhood maps more in February because he's working on it, but it's quite involved, I guess. And then he's been working with Madeline. Can you update us on anything, Madeline?
Yeah, I made a short presentation. The last time that we met in December, there was still a couple weeks left of the community engagement campaign. And so since then, when we closed it on December 22nd, we got over 30 more responses. So I thought I'd just put it in a quick PowerPoint and just kind of review it for you guys. And then, yeah, Matt is working hard on reviewing all of the data, but it just takes some time. So sorry, I've got to find my PowerPoint in here. Okay. Can you guys see this?
Yep, we can.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll go through it kind of quickly. So the community engagement summary. So as you know, we launched this in late October and we concluded it in December, on December 22nd. We had 248 survey responses, which I think is very good. We had over 30 people attend the open house, and the Englewood Engage project page where the survey was and all the information had over 1,200 page views. Some general feedback. We had some really great feedback. People thought it would be great, give neighborhoods personality, was just really excited about the idea. And then we also had some constructive feedback. Why does it matter? I don't understand what the meaning of all of this is. So that our communications will definitely have to communicate that out in the future on why this is important. Survey responses. The first or second question was, do you support the neighborhood boundaries drawn on the map? And the majority of people said yes, 88 said no, and then blank, 11 people left it blank. And when I was reading the question or the answers and comments, there were three themes that stuck out: neighborhood sizes, changing of the neighborhood names, and changing of the neighborhood boundaries. Neighborhood sizes, it's funny, some people thought it was way too, like neighborhoods were too small and they wanted to combine them, and some people just thought they were too big. So I found that really interesting, and some of the neighborhoods definitely are larger than others. So neighborhood names, let's see. I'm frozen. Can you guys see neighborhood names now? Okay, cool. So these are just some of the high level. Cinderella City, these are some of the comments that you can read. Leland Sunset Heights had the same issue, some of the other comments about how they would like it to be called Bellevue Park, and then just some other interesting comments also. So from there, the third theme was neighborhood boundary changes. Forest Hill, all of you met all of the great neighbors there at the open house, so that was the main one. Cushing neighborhood had some comments, and then there are just some additional boundaries in question that people commented on. So the neighborhoods with the most responses, we had 5, just with the most: Swedish Craig, Leland Sunset Heights, Jackson Heights, Mansfield Heights, and Yale Heights. I'll just quickly summarize both. Swedish Craig, majority of the comments were focused on the name of Swedish Craig. A lot of people just said that they thought it should be named something different. Leland Sunset Heights, that is where the Bellevue Park is. So as you can see, some people just thought Bellevue should be incorporated in the name.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
can we go back to the Swedish Creek? Was there any suggestions for an alternative?
I think on one, someone said the wellness district. There was some more data.
I
You guys
heard
you can look at
hospital
them.
district.
The hospital district, that too. So. And then the last three, Jackson Heights. Some people thought that neighborhood was too large. Jackson Heights is right next to the Jason Park neighborhood. And then some residents said that Jason Park, that area should be included in the Jason Park neighborhood. Mansfield Heights, that was in, there were comments about the north boundary line. The boundary line is before 285. And there were comments about how it should be extended to 285. And then Yale Heights is the Forest Hill neighborhood. So you can just read comments about that. And so next steps are to review and make changes in the next couple of meetings, and then hoping to bring this neighborhood map to City Council to review in the spring. Any questions?
Thank you, Madeline.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
So I have a question. I mean, you said you're making changes or we're working on that. Like, do you foresee a lot of changes happening, or do you think they're all pretty minor?
To be honest, that's up to all of you. I'm just going through the data with Matt. And I believe you guys all have a copy of that data also. And so just making the changes that this commission agrees upon and moving forward with.
From personal experience, this seems little.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So I
Oh,
think,
I get
Melinda, you said the idea is that at the February meeting is when the presentation basically is going to be made about the changes that Matt and working with Madeline is proposing based on the comments.
Or at least their progress on those changes,
Got it.
depending on how complex it is.
I just raised that because it feels like the kind of thing we probably at some point we'll have to schedule a special session for.
Yeah, I would
Mhm.
agree. And I know, like I sent Matt the description of the Forest Hill neighborhood from their cookbook. So that's who they think they are and where they think they are. And I don't know whether anybody else has got any input. I've also heard from somebody who lives in Jackson's Broadway Heights, no matter what the map says, and is kind of hot about that. So there were quite a few of those, I think, at the November gathering.
If we do have a special meeting, or the way that I suggest going through the data is just looking at each neighborhood and all of the comments that are included in that neighborhood, and just going neighborhood by neighborhood to figure out if any changes should be made to those boundaries.
And I think, yeah, we should probably take it one neighborhood at a time, just to be orderly, and invite any of the representatives of that neighborhood that want to see us discuss it or have any input to it.
It seems like a lot, but when you narrow it down to each neighborhood, it's not as much to digest. So it will go a little faster, I think, than everyone may think.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, then. I was hoping to hear how the opinion environmental survey is proceeding.
Yeah, so I emailed with Ashley a little earlier, and she's planning on giving us a draft, the first draft of the reconnaissance survey sometime in February. So I actually have a meeting with her this upcoming Monday to talk about kind of next steps, because once we have this draft, then we're going to want to do some public outreach and do kind of a public event so you kind of get some public feedback on it. So those are the two big next steps, the drafts and then the public input. So yeah, I'm assuming, I will ask her on Monday, but I'm assuming that she's going to be around for the February HPC meeting, and hopefully we'll have the draft for you to present to you guys at that point. But yeah, so that's where everything is standing so far with that.
Is there any chance to have the draft before the meeting so that a discussion might be more productive?
I hope so, but I won't know for certain until I have that discussion with her next week.
Thank you.
Ashley is also presenting at the preservation conference. Well, we'll keep waiting for that then. And did our thank you letter ever get to Council Member Cuesta? I mean, we all approved the way Cash had written it.
Yes, so the question is how you wanted to present it to Councilmember Cuesta. And so the question that I was asked by you guys last time was at a city council meeting the appropriate venue for this? And so I talked around, and pretty much since Cuesta is no longer a council member, the most appropriate venue for you to present the letter to him would be during an HPC meeting. So I talked to the city manager's office, and they're going to reach out, or they are reaching out to Mr. Cuesta kind of as a conduit, basically because I told them that, you would like to present him with the letter of, thanks and whatnot. And so they're going to connect me with Dave with his personal contact information, and we'll go from there. So hopefully, if his schedule allows, we'll be able to do that in February.
Why
Yeah,
wouldn't city council presentation be okay even though he's not on it?
That's just, so, I mean, it's one, that he's not a council member anymore, and then two, that's never been like a thing.
Hey, we've never been a thing. So there we go.
Yeah.
That's what I was told, and I'm washing my hands of that. So we can do a presentation for Mr. Cuesta at HPC.
Well, I think he'd rather join one of our meetings than go back to a council meeting just to be presented something.
Yeah.
I don't know, we probably haven't done this since we were figuring out that detail of how we were going to present it, but Eric, are you able to put it on letterhead with the logo? I don't
Absolutely
have access to that.
Yep. Yeah, I was by the time we get to the point where we're going to present it to him, I'll make sure it's on the letterhead and it has both Inglewood and HPC's logo on it.
And then we can read it into the record, but obviously send him a copy, or maybe we can get it framed or something. But yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, yeah. So they decided not to appoint him to the, or he didn't apply, I guess.
Yeah, no, he didn't run again. So
no, I mean, he was talking about applying to be on the commission. So either he didn't apply or they didn't appoint him. All right, I couldn't think of any new business.
Sorry, I was gonna say that didn't come through for some reason, Lauren, from your phone line.
Sorry, I was going to ask, isn't the application period in August? Couldn't that be maybe why he didn't apply?
Could be. I don't know one way or the other if he applied or if he just wasn't chosen by the council. So basically, the only person I knew that applied is the person that was appointed by council, and that's the extent of my knowledge.
And she will join us next month. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Okay. And then when we have a full council next month, we will also be electing new officers, because Jason's and my terms are expiring.
Yep, that is correct.
And it can't be Lauren because she's already done it for 2 years. So lucky you, yeah. Did anyone have any new business they wanted to add?
That I can think of at the moment.
I wish I had the poster of the presentation coming up from the Historic Preservation, no. Okay, the Historic Preservation Society has changed their name to Historic Society, right? Does anyone else-
Historic Inglewood.
Historic Inglewood. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I thought that was kind of cool to know, shortened version there. But dang, does anyone have quick access to the Inglewood Historic Society site to see what's coming up for the presentation? I plumb.
I have their newsletter somewhere here, but
I can look it up, CJ.
Thank you, sorry.
All right, so do we want to move on to staff's choice? Well, if you're looking up that.
Yeah.
I have one more question for, I guess it's under new business. It's kind of old. And maybe I missed this, but whatever happened with our letter to city council about the changes to the city code and getting ours through a little bit quicker? Did I miss that?
Yeah, that was last month's meeting, and it doesn't actually show in the minutes, but no, they declined to move us ahead of us, so we're having to wait for the whole 2-year process to play itself out.
Okay,
So
that's a little disappointing, but okay.
A little,
it's very disappointing. I mean, let's say that.
you're so much more politically astute.
When is that 2 years up then? Will that be like spring 2023?
So actually, the goal is to get the code rewrite to council by this December.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so I mean, we've already kind of been working for the last, 6 or so months with Gold Evans, the firm that we hired to do the rewrite. And so they've already been doing some public outreach stuff. It's going to kick into high gear more this spring. But yeah, the goal is to get this in front of council by December.
Well,
Nice, okay.
we want to assure that the way we've written our portion of it is the way we want it to stay. We don't want some outsider amending it.
Right, no, and then I don't know if you guys will have a study session with Gold Evans or how that'll work when we get to the HPC portion of it, but they will definitely be given your proposed revisions that have been, vetted by the attorney, and then we'll go from there.
Eric, arm wrestle him if you have to. You can make this happen.
I will try my best. I have a very weak arm though.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that at the council meeting where they discussed it. But yeah, it was a disappointment. And
Yeah.
I'd be mad at council, although it's mostly the new ones that didn't want to do it. the more experienced ones, and Mayor Sierra were like, yeah, they could move that ahead, but
Hey, the idea, I was thinking too, the work that was put into the Scarrett House being honored as our first thing. We have to wait for ordinance and stuff for that, or we can't
Yeah.
still move ahead? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
yeah. Meanwhile, they can go right on tearing things down. So that's, I'd say, one of the reasons that I at least am not shy about being angry about it. I'm retired. I don't have to be politically correct anymore or politically circumspect. I don't work for the state anymore. So
Yeah, you still want to be nice and get things done. That's for sure.
that's
Any
right.
luck, Laura, with that presentation? Lauren?
Yes, so January 31st, I guess that's a couple Mondays from now, Don Roth will present part 2 of the 3 video stories about pioneers in the Inglewood area. Learn more about the family histories of our city founders, including the various land grant information. So that could include information on Scarrett and the Scarrett House. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is interesting how it's evolved every step of the way, seriously. Thank you, Lauren.
All right, are we good for staff's choice?
Yes.
All right. So start my video here. Okay. So the Saving Places Conference is going to be taking place at the beginning of February 7th and 8th at the Sheraton Hotel downtown. And I do also believe that there are some virtual opportunities on that Wednesday, February 9th. So again, our budget does allow a couple of you to attend. So if you are interested in a couple of the days and attending, let me know as soon as possible tonight, if possible. And then we'll get Nancy to sign you up and get you registered and ready to go.
I already registered.
Cool beans.
And I think someone said this at the beginning when I couldn't talk, but I am registered and I'm actually presenting. So
Yay. What are you
I think I got
presenting
a free
on, Lauren?
registration because of that. Through at CDOT, we're doing we've been working on a bridge management plan, and it's part of the nominating CDOT's bridges as endangered places, which happened last year, I guess. So this is just sort of an update of what we've been doing the last year for that endangered places nomination and, work we've been trying to do to save some historic bridges.
Do we have any in Inglewood?
No, none that are on our list, at least.
Okie dokie. This is my first year
question, though.
being able to go. I am so devastated. Devastated.
That's too bad.
Okay, so the only other thing I had is you have Mary Miles is going to be the new Historic Preservation Commission member, and I will be sending her out all the material later this week, and so she should be hopefully able to join us during the February meeting, and so on and so forth. And that was all I had for staff's choice.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. And yeah, I'm registered through work, so but we definitely appreciate that the city does that. Not every city does that for commission members. A lot of times they either have to get, like a scholarship or something to pay for that stuff. So definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, and I know I'm planning to attend virtually. I'm still nervous about exposure. So, but each of the, well, the one day is entirely virtual, but there's live streaming of the other days. So That's how and then if you're signed up for it, you can go back and see any of those things later. So that I like that idea, since a lot of times there's 2 or 3 things going on at the same time that I'd like to see. So, and I thought their virtual convention last year was very well done.
Always.
Well, and I mean, speaking from experience, we put together the MonHICon, the science fiction literary convention. And while we had several months to do it, putting together a virtual convention where there used to be an in real life one is pretty complicated. And I had to learn how to host the Zoom meeting and things like that. But so I can appreciate the amount of work that went into what they did. What do we have for commissioner's choice? Or did we already discuss that?
I had something for commissioner's choice. I just wanted to let people know, if you happen to know undergraduate, graduate student, or recent graduate of history, architecture, civil planning, or some related fields, we put together a new internship that's we just opened up, and it's a National State Register Historic Places Diversity internship. They're going to be helping us amend old nominations to reflect some areas of significance that were not previously captured, because practice is kind of different than how it was back in 60s, 70s, and 80s. And they're also going to help identify other possible nominations for amendment. And we're have the opportunity for 2 interns, and they will get a stipend of $4,000 to do that work. So if you know people, let me know, and I could forward the posting for it.
What's the length of the internship?
Yeah.
It goes through, so it'll start February, probably like late February, and go through October of 2022. That's so that they can present at our September review board meeting and address any kind of revisions that they may have to do. So that's roughly nomination cycle plus some extra stuff. But yep.
Cool.
And for undergraduates, is there course credit for the internship?
There certainly can be. It depends on the institution that they're at, but it can certainly count towards that.
I'm sure you can use the help down there.
Hope it'll be
Short-handed.
good. Yeah.
Like everywhere. Wonderful. Well, next month we'll revisit all of this again. And be able to rehash the preservation conference as well. And create a new member and maybe get city council or former city council present.
So with that review, am I jumping the gun to, what do you call it? To close our meeting?
Move that we adjourn.
That one, move the.
That one.
adjourn.
All right, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Then all in favor can just say bye.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Meeting
Bye.
adjourned at 7:13.
Bye. Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Take care.
Later.
Thanks, Lauren, for getting me here. Bye-bye.
Oh, of course.
Bye.